Going further into why communism is something I included on the 3 C's of evil, I'm going to revise something I said in the previous one. Is that humans are beautiful creatures when you allow them to be. Humans have the potential to be beautiful creatures. And reducing them to and dehumanizing them to a single cell in the organism of the state, it takes away their ability to be that. But humans also can be very ugly. And I'm saying beautiful and ugly as in, what they do, how they act, what they create, and what they strive for. And so, yeah, I was just fixing that. 'Cause humans aren't inherently good. In fact, there's a lot of inherent bad in human nature that leads to things like greed and bigotry and hatred because of the instincts of humanity, and human nature the bad parts of it must be defied, and the good parts that cause a mother to love their child and humanity to cooperate, those parts should be preserved. But more on communism. While it isn't meant to create a class of elite on paper. In practice, it always does, because the communist dictator has to ensure that he remains in power, and in doing so, he has to give his buddies an unfair share of the resources that the state as a whole has produced, and that the people are entrusting him to distribute equitably. And it doesn't happen that they're distributed equitably. Enough is given to the people for them to just survive, and the high-up party members are often given an unfair share of the resources. And I don't think communism will ever not result in that, because human nature will lead the dictator to, in order to stay in power, cater to the greed of his inner circle. And so communism leads through the mechanisms of the state to a class of elite and a class and a low and oppressed class being created. It doesn't end class warfare, it just makes it enforced by the state.